Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I'm your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, and welcome back to HIMedia Headlines for today, December the 20th, 2025. Today, I want to talk about Nvidia. One of the darlings of the stock market, folks, and on top of there now being a RAM shortage, there's about to be a GPU shortage, because Nvidia has announced they are going to slash their consumer graphics card business in half, at least explicitly, so they can focus on AI. Listen to me, guys. I'm well known in my community for being generally an anti-AI bro. And I just have to say to everybody, people who are saying, oh, we're going to have all these interesting games and we're going to have all of these compelling, stronger graphics and all this great stuff. That's all well and good. Fine. But, if we don't have the fucking machines to play these sons of bitches, what's the fucking point? What's the point? If we can't get, because here's the thing, right? This isn't just going to affect PCs. This is going to affect everything, right? Thank God for AMD. Thank fucking God for AMD at this point. But even so, so much of Nvidia is also in other chips and stuff. That they make for third parties and stuff. The Steam, I'm pretty sure that the new Steam machine coming out runs AMD hardware, if I'm correct. But Nvidia also makes custom chips and stuff for all sorts of people. This is going to increase the prices of consoles. This is going to increase the price of technology generally. It's just, I'm hopeful that AMD sticks to their roots of very much being consumer first as far as computing is concerned. Hell, I hope AMD starts releasing their own RAM. God, wouldn't that be fucking nice? Fill the gap in the goddamn market. I have such a revolting disdain for AI, and when I say I mean generative AI in the current LLM sense. I cannot stand this shit. It is genuinely making the world a worse place, and I feel every day the people that I interact with that are genuinely excited about it, what is AI going to do? What is the things that AI is set forth to do? They say it's going to take people's jobs. They say it's going to take people's jobs away. They say it's going to sell us more bullshit we don't need, and it's going to make bombs and bombings more efficient. I'd say that the least harmful thing that AI does is, make art and videos and stuff off of the backs of other people's stuff. And even then, that's deeply awful because it's leading to artists being completely art and artists aren't going to go away. It's the same thing with generative AI and coding. I lost my job I lost my position to get in the computer science industry because, frankly, at the end of the day, dipshits in suits want to get rid of workers, and now they're dealing with code bases that are increasingly jumbled, filled with vibe code that's just dog shit. The same, eventually this bubble's gonna burst, and they're going to need coders again. And it's the same thing with artists. Artists, are having all of their work stolen, and people aren't hiring them anymore, but they're going to circle back and come back to them eventually when all of this AI nonsense blows up in their fucking faces. And the only people that don't want that are like the fucking people who want to be able to do art, don't have the skill to do art, and don't respect art enough as a talent to learn it. And so they just have AI do it because they're just like, haha, artists are now irrelevant. I can make Franklin art covers of him bombing Venezuelans in the sea. Like, it's goofy. I'm sorry. I know I try not to make high media headlines, lean into the political sphere that much. Like, at least now, like, I try to keep it, like, more gaming. Like, I let my politics shine through here occasionally, but I try to mainly talk about, like, nerd stuff, culture stuff in that regard here. But, like, increasingly, the politics of today are invading our safe spaces, and there's increasingly little we can do to avoid that. And so, fuck you, Nvidia. Greedy pieces of shit. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of High Media Headlines for today, December the 20th, 2025. We appreciate you, your time, and your listenership. If you want to talk to me more about this subject, join our Discord. We've got an awesome Discord community that I'm very, very proud of, and we'd love to have you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Links in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to High Media TV. I have been your host, Evan from High Media TV, and I will see you guys next time.